Did you hear that?
What? Oh my God, what? Hey.
I'm kind of scared right now.
Oh my God, what was that?
I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay.
Just be quiet.
Let's go.
Just be quiet. And
Okay.
turn your phone light off, for God's sake.
Sorry.
Just get possessed.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay, so, let's go inside and let's close the door really slowly. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
746
You are listening to The Laughing Skulls.
Just sit back and relax.
I think we're okay now.
Okay.
You all right?
Whew. Honestly, palpitations for days. That was terrifying.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I will be. I'll probably have nightmares for a while, but you know.
My anxiety's going a little bit bananas, but that's just, you okay?
Yeah, no joke. I think my door is open and I closed it before. I'm not seeing things like it's open and I always close both doors.
How do you tell the ghost that it was just a skit?
Hey ghost, this was just a skit. So
it's not real.
It's not.
Go home.
Please go the fuck home for the love of God. Actually, I'm just
not my home.
No, not mine either. I kind of want to close it.
Do you want to close it?
Yeah,
maybe
I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it because it's disturbing me. That was absolutely closed 5 seconds ago. That's really weird.
Well, isn't that just fitting?
Very.
For what we're going to be talking about today. Hello, everyone. Welcome back, fam. Welcome back to another episode of The Laughing Skulls.
Haha. Laughing. Yeah.
My neighbour called us the giggling phalanges because she forgot what the name was.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah.
The giggling phalanges.
And she was like, she goes, oh, I haven't listened to it yet. And I was like, she goes, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, do you want me to link it to you? She goes, no, it's fine. I remember. I go, what's it called? She goes, the giggling phalanges. And I was like, look, close. I got to give it to you. It was close, but not quite.
I mean, synonyms?
Yes.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the aristocratic version of this podcast. Welcome back to the giggling phalanges. That's a bit opposite to our vibe. But yeah, close enough. Close enough.
Well, hello, everyone. I know that we just said it just before, but welcome back. My name is Esther.
My name is Adrienne.
And we've got if you haven't guessed, we've got a spooky episode today.
We certainly do.
I wanted to clear the air today as well because I've gotten a few people commenting to me that the episodes are not long enough and that we are blue balling them. So they want more content and longer content.
Did someone actually use the word blue balling?
Yes.
That's pretty, actually, yeah, you know what? That's fair. Our apologies. Our sincere, but we never want to do that to anybody.
Never. We always want to make you satisfied.
That's exactly where this was going.
Look, the sheer fact that my mother-in-law also listens to this and she loves this. I'm so sorry, Sarah.
Yeah, apologies that we just don't last long enough. You know, we're just finishing too early. It's a bit embarrassing.
But, we like to make sure that we leave you for more. Coming back every week.
Yeah,
we are your serotonin.
That's right. We're your legal free serotonin.
We don't have to shop anymore because we're your dopamine hit every Monday.
100%. friends. But back to the topic.
Sorry.
We do have a bit of a chilling episode, and we don't know how open-minded you guys are, but we're pretty damn open-minded when it comes to energies that are of this world and beyond it.
That's right. We both have had experiences. We've both felt it. Adrienne has gone to many a medium, many a psychic, and has also had her own experiences with the paranormal and the other side.
Absolutely.
So about a week ago, we reached out to everyone on our Instagram at the Laughing Skulls, and we asked everyone, do you have a spooky dooky story? And if you do, tell us about it. So, Adi, I wanted to ask you, do you partake in tarot cards or I know that you go to psychics and mediums, but do you do anything else? Do you believe in anything else?
Yeah, look, I'm pretty open-minded to everything. I'm basically an atheist, but I'm definitely spiritual. As I said, I believe in energy. I think that when we die, that energy is definitely expelled into something else. I know that obviously not everyone's going to believe, or they're just going to shut it off immediately. But the women in my mum's line have a third eye that we've all been able to tap into in different ways. Not that we've ever asked for it. I certainly never have. Anyone that knows me knows I'm fucking petrified of scary movies and the like. So for me, that to happen to me is like my worst nightmare. I've never seeked out anyone either. My psychic that I've been going to for about 8 years now, she happened upon me by total accident. I just let her read my tarot for 5 minutes for free while I was getting my hair done in a salon, and it ended up being a literal spine-chilling experience that I never forgot.
I remember you told me and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And we refer it to this day. We refer to that particular reading. I've never had one, but I've always wanted one.
You're going to do one. You're going to do it. We're going to have it on the show. It's going to be really fun.
All right, I'll do it for the pod, but please note, anyone who comes on and does a reading for me, I am petrified because I believe it so much. So if anyone of our audience members know anyone that would like to either come on the show or will let us record, especially in Sydney or over Zoom or Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, any sort of platform that you have.
Yeah.
I am very open-minded. We both are open-minded. We'll love to do it.
Exactly.
My sister has gone to a very famous psychic medium, Jackie Gillies, who is based in Melbourne, and she has told my sister things where I didn't think. It's not something that you can A, look up on the internet, but it's also B, something that you would not know because it's so buried deep in the subconscious. For an example, that my great-grandfather who fought in, I believe, the First World War or the Second World War, not too sure, that my sister and I, we're Greek and that we're lazy with the language. I told him that if he ever comes here, I will fight him because I currently live in Australia. And then the thing that really got me and the thing that Adrienne and I really... The thing that Adrienne and I comment on often is the reason why I know that they are real, that psychic mediums are real, well, at least most of them are, is because she said to my sister, and I quote, "The people that your sister dates, blah." Keep in mind, at the time, it was true. Thank you for letting me dodge a bullet.
Oh my God.
Or else I would have been very sad.
Silver linings.
Silver linings. And she also said that I would be settled when I would have a dog, and I was not a dog person at all. And now I have a beautiful dog. His name is Sunday. He is a 2-year-old, like the ice cream, not the day. And he is a Shar-Pei Cross Staffy Rescue, and he's 2 years old. He celebrated his second birthday on Christmas Eve. Sunny boy.
Very cute.
I feel bad for him sometimes with the amount of nicknames that I call him. Call him a chicken, pencil, rotisserie chicken.
I've got for Chunky, I've got pickle, muffin, booty, because he's got the booty. He actually responds to Booty.
Oh, yeah. Sunny responds to Sunny Bunny.
See, they all know that it's they're all terms of endearment and love. As long as you say it with a happy tone, they're going to respond,
Sunny Bunny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, sorry guys, let's move on.
Yes.
I wanted to start off this episode with a story that really caught both of our eyes, and it came from a girl named Zoe in Auckland. So hello Zoe, welcome to the pod. Welcome.
Or should we say, welcome, bro.
Oh, welcome. Thank you so much for listening.
It's so cool.
I appreciate you so much, and I'm so jealous that you have Auntie Jacinta.
Oh, yes. Well,
Yes. Yes.
anyway, continue.
Sorry. We bought an old house, my boyfriend and I. Jealous. We'd love to buy
Straight
a
up,
house.
this is already like a horror story because that's like so not in our future right now.
He's in charge of renos. No, sorry. He's in charge of the renovation. I'm on the demolition and the planning. At the time, I was on wallpaper removal duty. The previous owner papered every single wall imaginable, even the bathrooms. Removing it was brutal, but oddly satisfying. The best feeling is getting that long peel, similar to your skin when you're peeling from your sunburn. Oy. Okay. I don't know about you, but I like to make a game out of peeling, on the hunt for the longest piece before it rips. Do you do that, Edie?
Yeah. Do you?
Yes. Yeah. It's fun. Anyways, under a corner section of a paper was a person's name and a date. Curiosity got the best of me one night when I Googled the name and discovered the person was actually a missing person. Ooh. The missing date matching the date under the wallpaper. The next day, we notified the police, who naturally sent out a crime scene team to go and take a look. They asked about the piece of wallpaper, took it, and never got back to us ever again, even after we asked about it to this day. It's still a mystery to us, and the house still has that feeling. It's beautiful, but it's creepy. Thanks.
Yeah, this is the part where you also, like in the horror movie, you call the real estate and sell the shit out of that property.
Yeah, just flip it. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know, burn it down and like start again or something. I definitely think that spirits latch themselves onto places, especially if there's been a traumatic event there. I have heard there is actually a lot of podcasts where people talk about their experiences. Like there are a few mediums who work with the police to help them solve mysteries and things like that. Medium was actually based on a real woman, by the way, that show. Don't know if many people know that, but
Which show?
Medium.
Oh, what's her name? Dubois?
Yeah, played by Patricia Arquette.
Yes. Alison Dubois.
Yes.
I remember her husband was a bit weird looking, was a bit odd.
Yeah, he was a bit odd.
Yeah, he kind of looked like a Midwest Owen Wilson to me.
Oh, yes. Actually, that's a pretty accurate description. But yeah, no thanks, man. Even Amityville, like that's also based on a real story. I just feel like owning a house and finding out there was a murder in there, or like ancient American Indian burial grounds are underneath. And
oh my
shit.
God, the amount of things that I see on TikTok and they're like, oh, what is this sealed wax jar with sheet inside it?
Let's not fucking open it. How about that?
It's sealed with wax.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
Don't. Just leave it. If you, man, I fully believe.
I feel cursed.
If you seek it and you're open to like something bad coming, it's gonna, like, you're gonna welcome it in. So yeah.
A couple of years ago, our friend was suggesting that we do a Ouija board, and when I tell you that I said that I'll go to McDonald's around the corner and you guys can text me when you're all dead, I do not fuck with it at all. I follow the rules. I see all the movies and I read all the stories and I say, get the fuck out.
Well, okay, with the Ouija boards, like same idea, right? Like if you're using it with the intent for something bad to come out of it, I think you can absolutely invite it. I went to a Catholic all-girls school, unfortunately, for 1 year in year 8. And I remember our religion teacher telling us about the other schools she had taught at. And she said that at the Jewish Orthodox schools, kids used to bring them in for fun because they don't believe in Satan. He's not in their Torah, etc. So to them, it means nothing. And then to some other people, they genuinely do use it to try to connect with people in a wholesome way. So I think movies have really had like a crazy impact on it. But yeah, if you really want some bad shit, go right ahead, mate. I'll be with you at Macca's waiting.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. We're not
me,
stupid. We're gonna survive.
McFlurry,
okay?
Oreo McFlurry.
Oh, that's it. Mm-hmm.
You made the dream team, and I'll bring our dogs, and it's fine.
Yeah,
they can have one nuggie each.
One nugget each. Will be
just
so
one.
Sweet. Damn. No, I'm good.
Have you got a story that caught your eye?
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna use my mother as an example. So I said earlier, right, like the women in her line have all had some sort of third eye in some capacity. And so my mum hasn't had experiences like me where I have physically felt and seen a presence, but she gets premonitions to the exact detail, and it's usually when someone's about to die, and it's actually quite scary.
Oh, wow.
And when she has these dreams, she is not in a good state because she knows that something's coming. So the craziest one that always stuck with me was quite a few years ago now. So all of my mum's family is basically in Italy. So all her aunties and uncles are all over there. My grandma's one of 11 kids, so there's heaps of them. And the last auntie, 11, no kidding.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
Oh, that's a fucking horror story in itself.
After
More
one,
chilling.
I think
You know
I'm going
what?
to stop.
I'll take a poltergeist over 11 children any fucking day. But so like she had the last auntie that was alive that she had in Italy. She had a dream one night that she was riding a bicycle down a really steep hill, and that when she reached the bottom, she crashed the bike. And even though she was wearing a helmet, blood was pouring out of her brain, and it was black. Like the blood was a black blood, and she was dead. Like she was on the floor, surrounded in a giant pool of this black blood, and she woke up in a fright. And I remember this day, she was like, something's not right, like something's happened to my Zia, my auntie. And so she called my nonna and said, how is Zia? Is she okay? And my nonna was like, she's fine. I spoke to her on the phone yesterday. Like she's okay. And she said, and my mum was like, no, something's wrong. You need to call her again, like right now. So she called, and her auntie had died of an aneurysm in her sleep that night.
No way.
Yeah. So bleeding in the brain, and she passed away. And my mum had exactly that dream. Like it, and as it happened, because my mum was sleeping, obviously, and like the time difference and stuff. But yeah, my mum's had dreams like that before. She's been led to tombstones with names on them. It's something that my mum never has channeled at all. If it's going to come to her, it will. So
wow.
Yeah, she is not in a good state when those dreams do happen.
I have never heard that story before.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So
that's crazy.
I know. It's actually nuts. It's nuts.
Wow, because I remember you had one too.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily a premonition, I don't think, but
I've had little moments where sometimes 5 minutes before or a few months before, I just know something's going to happen. Sometimes it's really small. Or I'll know that I'm going to see someone. I'm going to see this person in about 10 minutes, and lo and behold, they'll be there. I'll just run into them
I know
somewhere.
that you've been very intuitive when it comes to that.
Like, I don't know, just little things sometimes. But I have the most intense it got for me just for a while. I think that door was open in my heart and my soul for some reason, and I did close it off. I went to see Rick the palmist in Berry, an 11th gen, I believe, like gypsy palmist. He's a really cool guy. And I went to see him about this so I could turn it off. And he just said, look, if you don't want to see anyone, you verbalize it and you say, please leave me alone. And I did. Haven't seen one since, which has been really good. There was a couple of weeks, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, where I had and a spirit, an entity in my room. I would only see him in his silhouette, very detailed, and it was really, really scary because holy shit, being like awake just during the day or even in the evening when I'm trying to relax and I'm seeing this guy is like freaking me out. But the first incidents, I was at home alone on my bed with light peering through my bedroom window from the kitchen. I was just scrolling Facebook on my phone, like belly down on the bed. My sister always steals my clothes. And at the time I had this fluffy rug and I was just scrolling. And then I think she comes into my room. I hear the steps on my carpet and the person goes into my wardrobe and starts going through my clothes. And I'm just sitting there going, Alana, what do you want? Seriously, what are you looking for? Like, don't steal my shit. Like, I really hate when you steal my clothes.
What a very sister thing for you to say.
No.
Stop
and I just got no response at all. And so I look up and she hasn't turned the light on in there, which I find really bizarre. And literally a few seconds after that, door slams in the garage and I hear Alana and she's come home. There was nobody in my room. So
what?
That was
nothing at all?
No, and I saw the silhouette walk into my drobe. I just thought it was her and it was dark because I didn't have my room light on. So that was the first time.
So you didn't look at all?
No, it was peripherals. So I was staring at my phone and in front of me I saw the silhouette go into my wardrobe.
Okay, right.
And at the same time heard the feet on the carpet.
Mm-hmm.
And so that freaked me the fuck out. And then a few nights later, I was going to bed and my shutters are right next to me. So the moonlight peers through sometimes and I could just feel eyes on me in the dark. I could just feel somebody was next to me. They were looking at me. I opened my eyes and there he is. It's that same energy I felt with the wardrobe situation, about 10 centimeters from my arm, from my bed. He's standing there. He's like medium build, 5'8", curly hair. He's just facing me and not moving, staring me down. I'm having a heart attack, frozen, starting to sweat. Holy fucking shit, there's someone in my room. But I could tell, I knew it wasn't a person. I knew it was the same thing that was in my room. And I knew that he was 35 years old. I knew he had brown hair and I knew he wore glasses, like big old school kind of glasses with a bit of a rundown outfit, like old chinos and a green top. And I don't know, these images flash in my brain. I didn't see them.
Okay.
Matt mustered up the courage to turn on my light. Gone. Slept maybe 4 hours later, when I passed out with the light on all night. And I could feel him just all the time in my room, around the house. Chunk would be on my bed barking at the same spot that he was at in my room. He would be barking in the living room as well when it was just the two of us, and he'd be following around. Nothing. Chunk is lazy as fuck, okay? He doesn't bark unless he absolutely has to, but to watch him circle one corner of a wall and bark as if someone is there was really scary.
He's doing a protect.
And so, not that he could. No offense, Chunky, love you, but you're a little bit fat.
I reckon he could.
Yeah, okay, maybe he could. He's a bit fat.
Body slam.
I call him fet, not fat, because I don't want it to be offensive. But yeah, and it's cute. But anyway, so my little fet Chunk is doing a protect, and not very long after this period of time, the neighbor who used to live here, who lived here for 50 years. After her husband passed away, she had no one left, so she moved into a smaller house. And where we live, it's all acreage, land. They even have a dam at the back of their property. It's massive. And so her name's Teresa. When she left, we honestly have barely heard from her. We've only really received 2 phone calls. And this first phone call just came during this period of time, and she just sort of needed to check in with my mum, and it was just out of the blue completely. Anyway, I had remembered that she had a son who died in a car accident in the early 80s, and I was like, I just had a feeling maybe this was him sort of looking for his mum or trying to find a way to connect to her. And I knew what he looked like in my head. I knew he was 35. And so I quizzed mum about it. We quizzed Teresa. I saw a photo of him and it was him. Exactly what was in my head. Exactly to the hair. And his name was Daniel and he was 35 when he died in that car accident. And that number flashed in my head, just like a picture, just like everything else. And yeah, that started to freak me the fuck out. And that's when I went to see Rick, turned it off. Like a light switch, gone. And I don't want that. I'm so sorry. He wasn't a bad energy, he wasn't negative, but But it was scary as fuck. And I don't.
Was it like a lost soul energy and you're like, I can't help you. I genuinely can't help you as much as I want to.
Yes. Like I would love to help you, but if I really go down that avenue, if I open up that, it's going to be a floodgate and it won't stop. And I've heard this from many people who've actually had way more intense experiences than me. If you open it and you let it in, it will stay with you. And I really don't want that. So I sort of verbally apologized to him and said like, don't worry, your mum's okay, but I need you to leave me alone. And he did. And I just think that, I mean, he was born here maybe in the, I'm going to say what, like the 50s or something like that. So so he's been attached to that property for forever. So when his whole family disappeared, I'm sure it shook things up a bit because he's latched himself on there. Maybe he's passed on now. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah, maybe he eventually found his mum, or when she came, he latched onto her.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe he's waiting for her. I have no idea. But that was my most intense experience. You had an experience recently?
Yes, recently, yeah. I believe it's my grandmother. Maybe when we have psychic medium readings, they can tell us what the go is. We keep on getting knocks at our door with no one there, or we have a picture frame and it keeps on falling forward or tipping slightly forward. I find it it's very scary.
Yeah.
I've had things touch me. I remember once, and it was I think it was my grandfather, and either my grandfather or my grandmother, and I felt a cold arm go over me, and it was just after my grandmother had died. And I didn't find it scary. I just found it very comforting.
That's nice.
Yeah, one of the first instances was my sister and I were going to Greece to go and see my grandfather because he was very sick, and he was very sick, about to pass away. And so I think it was like one of the first or second nights that we were there, and he came to me at the edge of my bed, clear as day. And he was like, hello, Esther, how are you? I'm like, oh, hi, Bubble. How are you? And he goes, oh, I'm good. Can you do me a favour? I'm like, yeah, but it's the middle of the night because, I'm a little shit. And he said, can you please look after your grandmother? Can you please go look after your yaya for me? I'm like, yeah, okay, no worries. Like, you can go home and do that yourself. God, I was inconsiderate.
Came all that way, on his way out to do that.
How about you go do that yourself, Bubble? And so after that, he laughed and he left. And at that time, I would be sleepwalking a lot.
Yeah.
And so then my auntie found me in the hallway. What are you doing, All hysterical.
Oh, she thought you were sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking, yeah. But I was just trying to find Bubble.
Bubble, yeah.
And so I woke up the next day and found out that he had passed away. So
he actually came to you to say goodbye.
Yeah. So I found that to be very, it was very, very comforting, very warm. And then even to this day, I think that he is my spirit guide.
Yeah.
Also because he's a chatty Cathy. On the other side, when my sister's gone to those, mediums, and he always comes through, loves to chat.
Yeah.
He loves to chat. So I don't know. I would really love to get someone on, as someone who, I'm not skeptical. I believe it, but I'm just scared.
Yeah.
I don't want someone to tell me a version of events that I haven't predicted myself.
Yeah, I get you.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I don't want someone to say, this is actually going to go this way. And if it's not the way that I'm picturing it in my head, I'll fixate on it.
Yep. Well, I mean, as a good example, so Chris is the lady that I've seen for almost a decade now. I don't see her very often. It's every couple years, maybe twice in a year, depending on what's going on. But you just go in. You don't have to say a single word, and you can always record everything. She will just rattle off exactly all the messages that are coming through for you. Anything that's playing on your mind that you're worried about, she'll just delve into it straight away. She's named people. She's given me full initials. She's told me exact dates for things. And she'll sort of like examine things that worry you, but she'll go, look, like this is where it's headed, but you obviously can change that, free will. But yeah.
Is it something that she has ever said to you that you did not want to hear?
Oh, I didn't want to hear. No, because anytime I've ever gone to her, it's for clarity on something, even if it was something like a relationship or maybe a job that I wasn't, enjoying or something. I go to her because I need clarity. I don't care what it is. And so she'll just give it to me. I don't have to name anything. She'll just go, yep, this is exactly it. And I don't think you need to be worried at all. Your best interest should always be at heart. So when they deliver things to you, it's with guidance and good intention. I mean, I don't think I don't know, like if it was me that was dead and was coming through to you, I'd probably say something like mean just for the lols. But
you'd probably call me something bullshit like "hello, little hands" or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She'd
hey,
be like,
small fry.
She'd be like, Esther, I've got a friend coming through. Her name begins with A, and she's showing me a picture of like microscopic feet. Does this mean anything to you? That's exactly what would happen.
I really need you to get into your brain that you are actually the one with bigger feet.
This is actually correct because I have
average feet.
No, they're not average. Woman. They're small, okay? They're fucking tiny.
An average fucking foot for a woman.
No, you don't. We're on both ends, okay, of the extreme. Yours are so small. Like they're child size.
Okay. I am a size 8 in women's.
I think that's small. I just think it's small.
I think that's fucking average.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Maybe it is average. But for me, it's quite small.
I'm going to go look it up.
I'm a size...
Me going full Hulk mode because you've questioned my shoe size.
I'm a Euro 41, which is a 10 to 11 women's depending on the shoe. So like half my Doc Martens are anywhere from a 9 to 11 just depending on the make, which is really annoying. What's your European size? Like
40?
36?
39? No, 39, 38.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, fine. Well, your hand size is like a 2. So Esther has genuinely tiny hands. Like for people listening, I wonder if there is a way I can show
it's a 39 in European. I'm an 8.
Fine, you have average feet. Congratulations.
I looked it up on the Google and it said that the average size is 8 to 9.5. So,
fine. Right. Okay, fine. Okay, whatever. It's cool. Now
next time you want to shame me.
I'm foot shaming you right now.
Foot shaming.
What has my life come to that I'm foot shaming you? Like seriously.
It's because I'm great everywhere else except for my feet and my ears, my hands.
What's wrong with your ears?
I don't know. I've been told that I've got very small ears.
You know what? I get told that too. I've actually had strangers sort of stare and go, wow, you have really small ears. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah, but it's also better than having fucking Prince Charles ears.
Oh, absolutely. Any day.
Oh,
any day.
Can I need to say this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be watching Spencer soon, that Kristen Stewart movie.
Yep.
Prince Charles. Why the fuck? Who gave him confidence?
Dude, I don't even know. I think about this all the time.
Ugly as shit.
Ugly as fuck. Like
he is so ugly. He is so ratty looking.
He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
He gives me like slime.
Yeah. If he approached you, you'd be kind of terrified.
That's all I'm saying.
No, sir.
Exactly.
Not buying today. No.
Someone who is on the absolute other end of the spectrum. And speaking of devils and ghosts and spookies, I watched Bedazzled last night.
Oh, what a banging film. Absolutely banging.
What a banging movie.
It's so good.
Brendan Fraser. Boy.
Hot. Elizabeth Hurley. Hot. Whole script. Hot. Great movie.
I love it so much. Brendan Fraser could have had a better Alison, the girl who he was pining over. She's very average. Elizabeth Hurley, great. Brendan Fraser, my boy. When I was younger, I wanted to fucking be him. Hella. If it wasn't Rick from The Mummy, Jesus, I wanted to be George from George of the Jungle. Oh my God.
You wanted to be Rick. I wanted to be on Rick. You know what I'm saying?
You wanted to be Evie. I wanted to be on Evie.
Yeah. Oh, honestly. Like there's
I got a thing for librarian.
You know,
chicks.
the mummy is one way to not it's like a way to confirm your sexual orientation, but also something to make you question because the whole cast is fucking beautiful. I would absolutely marry the shit out of Rachel Weisz. And pretty much every male in that movie except for Jonathan.
Jonathan and that guy named Benny.
Oh my God, no, Benny doesn't, no, he's not.
He doesn't count for you.
He's like C cast, you know what I mean? Like you have A, B, and C. He's C. We're talking about the A, right? Jonathan is B. He's actually funny as fuck, so I'd probably go out with him.
What about the actual mummy guy?
Oh, Emotep is hot. He is really hot. Literally. My mum has the world's biggest crush on him. Like, holy shit.
What Emotep?
She's Emotep all the way. This house
what was
is
the girl's name?
Emotep Stan house. Actually, you know what? When we went to Egypt in 2018, my sister and I were low-key waiting for Emotep to come out and like unleash a plague because we were like, we're so about this. Like, we want this to happen. We were really disappointed when, you know, that's an instance of a supernatural happening that we would absolutely will.
I'm so sorry, an Emotep stan.
It's true. He's beautiful in all his boldness and just sculptedness and yum. He's delicious.
Oh, that's what her name was. Aksunamun.
Yeah. Oh my God, she is hot as well.
Aksunamun.
Seriously.
And then she had the whole thing with the gold.
Oh.
And honestly, like I understand the concept, but also, what happens if you needed to,
go to the bathroom?
You had like a fly or something, and you like wrecked it. Like, what would happen?
What a total bitch of a time. Like
Aksunamun. And like, what happens if you were
they'd give up on me.
sweaty?
They'd be like, you know what? Fuck this shit, 80. We're sick of you spilling things, food, drink. And yeah, like I would get sweaty as hell. So, and my pores would be so clogged from all of that paint. Oh,
right?
that would not be a fun time.
And it wasn't those like vegan, like natural.
No.
elements.
You know what?
They just chucked whatever the fuck in there.
But I think it would have to be vegan to a degree because like they
true.
don't have, I don't know, like
True.
that much.
They haven't got labs. They've only
yeah.
got pyramids.
Yeah, like it'd be natural to a degree, but still like a lot. It's caking on a lot. All about the eyeliner though. I'd be repping that every day.
Oh, absolutely. Oh,
would you
what a movie.
feel like, would you sort of feel, I don't know, excited by an Emotep supernatural event happening to you? Like how would you feel about
Look,
that?
not to me. Only because, you know, I'm thinking about him gouging out the eyes, gouging out the tongue and the skin of the other dude.
Yeah.
And he's afraid of cats. And, you know, I find a lot of flaws with him. And then there was also like the cicadas.
The beetles.
Yeah, the beetles.
Yeah,
Was it
the scarab
cicada?
beetles. They're, you know what? They are
No, thanks.
actually a sign of good luck and they're a really good omen in Egypt. So I don't know who decided. See, that's another case of like a movie really demonizing something that's actually like not that bad.
Yeah, but don't they eat you? Don't they eat your,
in the
your
movie?
flesh?
In the movie, bro.
Not in real life?
No. Oh. No. Why would they be a symbol of good luck? Like a good omen if they ate
I
you in
don't
real
know. I'm watching the movie. I was like, what, 11?
My
I don't
friend,
know.
one day when we're famous as fuck, I'm going to fly you to Egypt and we're going to go do some history lessons, okay?
Imhotep. Fuck. Imhotep. I want to go make a remix for your mum.
Do it.
Imhotep.
Anyway, though,
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
there's our little
I
mummy
fully-
appreciation segue.
oh my God. Makes me some fan art or something.
Seriously.
Just something. Oh, I want to go watch it tonight.
I know.
Is
Oh,
it
you
on
know what?
Is it on a streaming platform?
I believe it is. I think Netflix may have both of them. I think at one point it was Stan. I think Netflix has them now. But I really did. Like, I just remembered a really chilling story, though, that I did want to share.
Yeah, go for it, please.
So back when I was in uni, I was friends with a Welsh girl, and the Welsh are well known for, you know, things from the other side, like having abilities like psychic, medium, the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she had the most intense stories that I had ever heard. And this one made me cry when I heard it. So just before we maybe we'll trail onto another segue after this, but I had to get this one out there.
Yeah, go for it, please.
When she was 18, she was having a sleepover with one of her best friends. And this best friend had a high school sweetheart boyfriend who loved to ride motorbikes. And this one night, so I won't say her name, I'll give her a fake name, I'll say Jane. So okay. Jane, the girl that I knew that had these abilities, and I mean seeing people fully in absolute 4D, she saw people who had passed. So on this sleepover, it was raining like really heavily, full-on storms, and she lived in the mountains. So we obviously know how intense it gets there when there's torrential flooding, etc. And in the middle of the night, she was sleeping in one bed and her friend was in another bed on the other side of the room. The girl's boyfriend walked into the room in the middle of the night with his helmet, and he took the helmet off, put it on the bed, and sort of like shook Jane awake. And Jane woke up and goes, I'm just going to give him a fake name, like Sam, like, what are you doing here? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And why are you waking me up? Like, your girlfriend's literally right over there in the other bed. And he said, Jane, I just need you to look after her for me, and I need you to tell her that I love her. And she was like, I'm so confused. She's literally right there. Like, do you want me to wake her up? And he just said, no, don't worry about it. And he left. And she was like, that's really weird. I don't know why he's come in to do that. How bizarre. Anyway, went back to sleep. The next morning, they found out that he had passed away in a motorcycle accident that night.
Buddy.
And obviously she was the only person that he could come and get to pass that message on. And she just, oh my God, like, imagine it, just like you with your papu, like they've come to make sure that their most loved ones hear a message before they go.
Yeah. And
for it to be so real, like, she felt him. He was fully right there sitting on the bed with her and just talking to her like normal. That sort of, those stories absolutely break me. But
yeah, they resonate. Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. Yeah, she had a few spirits that would quite frequently appear for her, and she just would say that if you interacted with them, made eye contact, or verbally said things to them, then they knew that you acknowledged them, so they would hang around and just appear on and off whenever they liked. So she had a few people that sort of latched onto her, and that is an ability I don't ever want to have. But yeah, crazy.
I think I would like that.
Yeah?
I'm not too sure. I think it just depends. I think it depends. I would love to see people who've passed away.
What if you had like a little 8-year-old girl that liked to sit under your desk? Because that was one of the 3 that followed her around for years and years and years.
I have 2 different, like, absolute no-nos. The first one is small children. And the other one are fast old people in movies.
Fast old people?
Do you know?
Because they're not supposed to be fast? Is that what?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know, like, those fucking grandmas, and then they just start, like, fucking legging it in a scary movie?
Yeah.
Do you know, and they go...
Yeah, you know what? That is really creepy. That is so fucking creepy.
Yo, go away. Like, what's that fucking emo song? Turn around and die.
I don't know. There's probably a lot of emo songs with those lyrics.
Crawling old people, or when they're like really agile. I can't.
Well,
I throw the TV out the window.
Yeah, burn it, set it on fire. The ones that she had, so she had a really old-timey woman in a black veil and a black dress who had clearly been stuck in like a funeral element of her life.
Okay.
And she was always crying, but she would just come in and out randomly, and she would just cry when she had to and then just leave. And then
That would suck if you were like trying to sleep.
I fucking know, right? Like the audacity. And then she did have an old man, like an elderly man, but she said he was very, very sweet, and he would just sometimes just sit around and like want to be in her company. And then she did have a little girl who would run around her house sometimes, and she liked to sit under her desk. So that sort of shit, like they just behaved like they normally would, and they just were in physically like a normal fucking person, but they would just come in and out when they just felt like they wanted to. So
Right, okay. Because when I think of small children, I think of demons.
Oh, 100%. Like,
because aren't they meant to like be portrayed as like a innocence thing?
Yeah, but
they're actually
But that's the horror, isn't it? It's like when that's not what they are, what else the fuck is in there? You know, it's terrifying. I generally am quite terrified of small children. Just on a normal level. I don't know. I don't really have much experience with small kids, so they often like to latch onto me for some reason. I have a lot of love to give, but you know what I think it is? It's like you know when a dog knows that you're not into dogs, so they like want to prove you wrong. It's like children do that to me.
Sunday does that with my older sister, and he just kind of like he's just there on the sideline.
That's what they do. It's a thing. It's a dog thing, and I think kids have that as well. They're like, oh, 80 doesn't know. Like when I talk to a child, I'm like, good girl. Like I don't know what to say. And then they're like some of them are really aggressive and intense and like slimy. I don't know.
Very slimy women.
I don't know what to do.
Things,
When people like hand me their babies, I'm like, holy shit. And then I'm like, hi, good sir. How's this weather today? Oh, the economy. What a fucking joke. I don't know what to say to the baby. And it just freaks me out. But yeah, oh my God, if I was going to have a ghost, look, if it could just be some hot mid-20s guy, that's great. You can hang around all you like. Go for it. Don't really care. Anywhere from like 20 to 50, like Brad Pitt vibes, cool. Small kids, not so much.
Not so much.
So what ghost would you have, like if you had to have one, like latch onto you?
I think someone who, maybe someone mid-20s, not too young, not too old. I feel like that I would want them to kind of pick up like the same mannerisms as me, so then I can vent and like just bitch to them.
Wow.
Because I find that working from home for so long, I need a coworker.
Yeah, you know what though? From generally what I hear, people who do see like spirits, they don't actually like verbally speak. They can sort of like relate, not all the time. Like sometimes they do, but for the most part they seem to be sort of silent. And I feel like that would be a really one-sided relo. But like if they were happy to hear you vent, that would be quite a nice relationship.
Yeah, they'd be like my therapist.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That would be very nice.
What if you could have a famous ghost? Like who would you pick?
Famous ghost?
Yeah. Like who the hell would I want to follow me around that has passed? Damn.
I feel like that might have to be... Do you reckon that has to be a question for next week so we can think about it properly?
Yeah.
That we can give our true answers and why. Because I feel like that if we think about it now, we'll give everyone an extra hour of content.
That's so true. All right, cool. Do you have any other stories before we go? Were there any others you wanted to relay?
No.
Okay. Well, if anyone does out there have one, please comment, DM. We want to hear them. If they're not yours, that's fine. Like just relay them.
Just anything that you've heard.
Yeah. If you think we're batshit crazy, even if you want to tell us like why you think it couldn't possibly be real, we're open to everything. I do just want to, like, my last thing I want to say, oh God, my door just opened it, but I think it was my sister. Fucking bitch, we're talking about ghosts. Oh my God, I literally just had a fucking heart attack. Get out. Get out. Get the fuck
Hi,
out.
Alana. I love
My
you too.
heart rate just went through the fucking roof, and I'm literally sweating. I saw it slowly opening. Ooh, okay.
This time, she's not going to steal your clothes, just steal your soul.
Yes, okay. Ooh. I did just want to say, though, that there's a really cool study it's been going on for years, where scientists have been measuring people as they die, and they have been finding that a particular amount of weight leaves the body after they die, and they believe this could be evidence of the soul leaving the body. Because obviously when you die, nothing's just automatically leaking out of you. You know what I mean? Like, what's leaving? So there's some really cool things like that. And if I can find like some of these studies, like I'll post them to the story. If anyone else has some really cool ones, please share.
And if anyone is a psychic / medium or knows anyone who is and who would be up for coming on the show, let us know, comment, share their profile or whatever it is. Let us know. Tag us. We're very open. So, and if you have a topic that you would like for us to discuss, we are very much an open book. 100%. So let us know. And
then as well, before we forget, so we did say we were going to do an alcohol-based episode.
Correct.
Previous week. So we have some prep involved for that one, and we have decided that we're going to really go hard out with it to make sure the entertainment is like a 20 out of 10, and it's just a fun interactive experience for everyone. So keep your eyes peeled for that. It's definitely happening. We will not let you down with that promise.
If you have a cocktail, a concoction, if you've got just anything, let us know, and we will do anything you want.
As long as it's not going to land us in prison. Although that would make a really cool episode.
But then again, we could also broadcast from prison.
Yeah, we could. I mean, there's prison talk, so like we could totally, reach people.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting. Maybe a prison will let us stay overnight or something.
Yeah. That'd be really fun. All right, well, we'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, bye.